Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to be testing out a couple of different browsers to see which one is the best to play blocks.io on. Now, I have OppoGX and Way here as the gaming browsers, then I have casual ones like Edge, which is probably going to be the worst one, then I have Firefox, and Chrome. Now, I'm gonna start playing Box.io only on whichever one gets the most FPS. So let's see which one will get me the most FPS. Now to start off, I'll go into Task Manager to see which one is taking up the most RAM, and it looks like it is currently Firefox and Way, and the least amount of RAM is Microsoft Edge, surprisingly. Okay, now I'm going to have only one open to test them, so let's start off with Way, and then move over to Opera, and then the ones that aren't gaming browsers. So I'm logged in already, so let's just join a game of Skywars and see how much FPS I get on average, and the maximum and the minimum. So let's get into the game, and I'm going to customize my hotkeys to the ones I usually use. So I was just playing and then I had pressed Control W too quickly, so the website just closed and that closed the whole browser, so I guess Way doesn't have that good protection against it. Okay, so I think I got enough information out of Way, so let's move on to Opera now. So Opera also has its own gaming part, because it's a gaming browser, so I'm playing Blocks.io on GX Games. So now let's go on Skywars here. Now on my regular settings. That is enough data for Opera. Now I'll try Firefox. I feel like this is going to be the worst one out of all of them. Okay, I know I'm ready. Wait, I need my FPS thing on. Okay, so I don't even need any data, like to look at anything after. Firefox is terrible. Now Microsoft Edge. I can't believe I'm actually going on Edge on purpose, but let's see how good it is. Quick game. Okay, let's start it now. I forgot to turn my FPS counter on for a bit, but I think that's enough data, and now for the last app, Google Chrome. Now, obviously, this is the one I usually use, because what else would you use? So all my stuff is already set up. I think that's enough data, and I think Edge might have actually been the best, which I really don't want to say. Now I'll go compare all the different FPSs of the 5 browsers to see which one is the best. Okay, so this is 2 days later. I fully edited the video and found which browser gets the most FPS and which one has the lowest and which one has the highest average FPS. so the FPS that you'll usually get. And here is the spreadsheet, and like I guessed, Firefox is the worst one. It had the lowest FPS of 5. 5 FPS was the lowest that Firefox got down to. Really low. Then its highest FPS was 56. All the other FPSs of the other browsers were the same. Then its average FPS was about 45. And then the second worst one was Chrome, which had an average FPS of 55, a highest FPS of 61, so that's the same for all the others, because Blocks.io doesn't let the FPS get higher than the refresh rate of your monitor, and mine is 60, and its lowest FPS was 49. And then the third lowest FPS was Edge, which had an average FPS of 57, its highest FPS was 61, and its lowest was 43, which is lower than Chrome, but Chrome had a lower average FPS, so that's why it's farther down. And then the second best browser was Way, and its lowest FPS was 31, which is pretty bad, but its highest FPS was 61, and its average FPS was 59, which is more than Chrome, Edge, and Firefox. And now the highest FPS of them all is Opera, with the lowest FPS of 45, which is lower than Chrome, but still not that low. And then the highest FPS was 61, like most of them, and the average FPS was 60, so exactly what my monitor is. And now the specs of my monitor, so you can understand what I'm gaming on, is a 60 Hz refresh rate monitor with 16 gigabytes of laptop DDR5, and it has a Ryzen 3 CPU with integrated graphics, so no graphics card, and its storage is 512 gigabytes, but I don't think that matters. And my Wi-Fi speed is about 150 megabits download and 40 megabits upload. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it took a while to make, so please like the video at least, and Lost Plays out.